Hi friends, now discuss national movement 1915 to 1918. Okay, so let's start our discussion. So first summary: why military nationalism grew? The realization that the true nature of British rule was exploitative, and that the British India government, instead of conceding more, was taking away even what existed. So why militant nationalism grew? So realism that the true nature of British rule was exploitative. Okay, exploitative. British rule was exploitative. Exploitative. Okay, it is important point. And growth of self-confidence and self-respect, and impact of growth of education, and increase of in awareness and unemployment. Okay, important cause. And international influence and events which demolished the myth of white European supremacy. This included emergence of Japan, an Asian country, as an industrial power. Okay, Japan, important country. Abyssinia, Ethiopia victory over Italy, Boer Wars 1899 to 1902, in which the British faced reverses. A Boer Wars 1899 to 1902. Japan's victory over Russia 1905, nationalist movements worldwide. Next, a reaction to increasing Westernism. Okay, Westernism increasing now. Reaction to increasing Westernism. Okay, we reacting. Okay, but we don't take it. Okay, so dissatisfaction with the achievements as well as the methods of the moderates. Reactionary policies of Curzon, such as Calcutta Corporation Act 1899, the Official Secrets Act 1904, the Indian Universities Act 1904, the Partition of Bengal 1905, and it is existence of the military school of thought and emergence of the trained leadership. The extremist ideology, hatred for political foreign rule, brave in the capacity of the masses, Swaraj as goal, advocacy of direct political action and self-sacrifice. Okay, the Swadeshi and boycott movement began as the reaction to Partition of Bengal, which became known in 1903. Okay, so which became known in 1903. So Bengal began as a reaction to Partition of Bengal. Swadeshi and boycott movement now started. So it is known in 1903, was formally announced in July 1905 and come into force in 1905 October. So the motive behind partition was to weaken Bengal, which was the nerve center of the Indian nationalist activity. Okay, please remember. Okay, so they want to they start partition. Okay, British, because they know that the Bengal is the nerve all over the India's nerve. It is okay, nerve center of Indian nationalist activity. Okay, the official reasons given for the partition was that Bengal had become too big to administer, which was true to some extent. Moderate-led anti-partition movement 1903 to 1905 under Surendranath Banerjee, K.K. Mitra, Sajendra Roy. Methods included public meetings, petitions, memoranda, propaganda through newspaper and pamphlets. Movements under extremists 1905 to 1908 was led by Tilak, Bipin Chandra Pal, Lajpat Rai, Arvind Ghosh. Methods included boycott of foreign clothes and other goods, public meetings and processions, forming corps of volunteers, of samitis, rules of traditional popular festivals, and melas for propaganda, emphasis on self-reliance and Atma Shakti, launching program of Swaraj Swadeshi or national education. Swadeshi or indigenous enterprises initiating new trends in Indian paintings, songs, poetry, pioneering research in science, and later calling for boycott of schools, colleges, councils, government services, etc. Extremists look over because of the failure of the moderates to achieve positive results. Divisive tactics of governments of both the Bengal's severe government repression. Okay, extent of mass participation. Students, women, certain sections of Zamindari labor, some lower middle and middle classes in towns and cities participated for the first time, while the Muslim generally kept away. Okay, Muslim generally kept away. Okay, annulment of partition, mainly to carve the menace of revolutionary terrorism. Why Swadeshi movement fizzled out by 1908? Severe government repression, lack of effective organization, and discipline focus. Why arrest, deportation of all leaders? The movement left leaderless, split in nationalist ranks, narrowed social base. So achievements, a leap forward because hitherto untouched sections participated. Major trends of later movements and emerged. Richness of the movement extended to culture, science, and literature. People educated in bolder form of politics. Colonial hegemony undetermined. Major causes of moderate extremist split of at Surat. 1907 moderates wanted to restrict the boycott movement to Bengal and to a boycott of foreign clothes and liquor. Moderates, okay. Moderate wanted to restrict the boycott movement to Bengal and to a boycott of foreign clothes and liquor. Extremists wanted to take the movement to all parts of the country and include within its ambit all forms of association with the government through a boycott of schools, colleges, law courts, legislative councils, government services, municipalities, etc. So government acts for repression of Swadeshi movement. So it is Seditious Meeting Act 1907, Criminal Law Amendment Act 1908, and the Newspapers Incitement of Offences Act 1908, Explosive Substances Act 1908, Indian Press Act 1910, Parliamentary reforms. Number of elected parliamentary reforms important. Number of elected members in imperial and provincial legislature, council interest, elected non-official still in minority. So here the number of elected members in imperial and provincial legislative councils increased. Elected non-official still in minority. Non-officials to be elected indirectly. Thus, election introduced for the first time. Separate electorates introduced for Muslims. Legislatures. Legislatures could pass resolution, ask questions, and supplementary vote separate items of the budget. So here he come to end portion, like I think I don't know that's what happened inside slide. Okay, so let's to discuss revolutionary activity. Okay, reasons for emergence. Younger elements not ready to retreat. After the decline of open phase, leadership's failure to top revolutionary energies of the youth, government's repressions left no peaceful avenues open for protest. Okay, ideology, assassinate of unpopular officials, the strike terror in hearts of rulers, and arouse people or to expel the British with force, based on individual heroic actions on lines of Irish nationalist or Russian Belfast nationalist. Okay, oh yeah, and not a mass-based countrywide struggle. So here unpopular officials here you can see the strike terrors in hearts of the rulers and arose people to expel the British with force based on the individual heroic actions on lines of Irish nationalisms. So now next we discuss revolutionary activities. Bengal, 1902, first revolutionary groups in Mednapur and Calcutta. The Nationalism Samiti in 1906, Jugantar, the revolutionary weekly started. Jugantar. By 1905 to 1906, several newspapers started advocating revolutionary terrorism. 1907, attempt on life of the former Lieutenant Governor of East Bengal and Assam. 1908, Prafulla Chaki and Khudram Bose attempt to murder Muzaffarpur Magistrate Kingdom. Alipur conspiracy case involved Arvind Ghosh, Barindra Kumar Ghosh and others. 1908 Bura Decote by Dhaka and Ceylon. 1912 bomb thrown at Viceroy Hardinge by Raspberry Bose and Sachin Sandal. Okay, important. Sandhya Jugantar newspaper advocating revolutionary activities. Jatin Das and Jugantar, the German plot during World War I. Maharashtra, 1879 Ramosi peasant force by Vasudev Balwant Phadke. 1890s Tilak attempts to propagate military among the youth through Shivaji and Ganapati festival. 1890, please remember, military among the youth through Shivaji and Ganapati festivals and his journals Kesari and Maratha Tilak. And 1897 Chapekar brothers killed Rand, the flag commissioner of Pune and Lieutenant Irest. 1899 Mitro Mela, a secret society organized by Savarkar and his brother. 1904 Mitro Mela march with Abhinav Bharat. 1909 District Magistrate of Nasik Jackson killed. Punjab, revolutionary activity by Lala Lajpat Rai, Ajit Singh, Aga Haidar, Syed Haidar Raja, Bhai Parmanand, Lalchand Phalak, Sab Amraprasad. Okay, Amraprasad. Okay, next. So, theory. Revolutionary activity abroad. 1905 Samaji Krishna Verma, Secretary of Indian Home Rule Society and Indian House and brought out journal The Sociologist in London. Right? 1990 Madan Lal Dhingda murdered Karjan while Madame Bhikaji Kama operated from Paris and Geneva and brought out journal Bande Mataram. It is important, Bande Mataram, 1999, Bhikaji Kama, in Paris, from Paris and Geneva brought out journal Bande Mataram. Ajit Singh also active. Berlin Committee for Indian Independence, established by Birendranath Chattopadhyay and others. Mission sent to Baghdad, Persia and Turkey and Kabul. In North America, the gather was organized by Lala Hardayal, Ramachandra and Bhavan Singh, Kathar Singh Sarabha and Barkatullah Bhai Paramanand. Okay, so the gather program assassinate officials, published revolutionary literature, work among Indian troops abroad and raise funds, bring about simultaneous revolt in all countries and colonies. Okay, in Britain, an attempt to bring about an armed revolt in India on February 21, 1915, amidst favorable conditions created by the outbreak of First World War and the Komagata Maru incident, September 1914. The plan was foiled due to treachery. Defense in India Act 1915 passed primarily to deal with the Ghadraites. Okay, so it is a last humble movement, nationalist. Manifestation of a trend of aggressive politics in national movement was pioneered by Tilak and Annie Besant on lines of a similar movement in Ireland. It is important, Tilak and Annie Besant, a factor favoring the movement need being felt for popular pressure to attend concessions. Okay, disillusionment with more limited reforms. What time measures public ready to protest, Tilak Besant ready to assume leadership, aim of the movement to convey to the common man the concept of home rule and self-government. Tilak's League started April 1916 and operated in Maharashtra, Karnataka, central provinces and Berar had 6 or more branches. Besant's League started in September 1916 and operated in rest of India. I had 200 branches. 8 of the leagues were joined by others including moderate congressmen. Methods used: organizing discussions, reading rooms, propaganda through public meetings, newspaper, pamphlets, posters, etc. Politics gains emphasis shifted to the mass permanently organizational link established between town and country, prepared a generation of ardent nationalist influenced moderate extremist reunion of Lucknow 1916. Lucknow session of INC International Congress 1916 of the extremists were readmitted to Congress. Muslim League and Congress put up joint demands under Lucknow Pact. Okay, important. Muslim League and Congress demands. Okay, Congress accepted the League position on separate electorates. Important of Montagu's statements. So attainment of self-government for Indians become a government policy. So now are complete, I think. Yeah, completed now. So thank you friends, I think it will be help to you. So thank